Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So I have another Kroger monthly grocery clearance haul videos for you guys today. So this is where I go to my local to me Kroger and share with you guys all of the wonderful markdowns that I'm finding and all the great deals that I get. So let's get started. So this is a random day for me to go to my not usual Kroger. If you watched last month's video, you'll know that I had to go to a doctor's appointment in a different city, and I went to their Kroger last week, and then I had a follow-up appointment this week, so I went back to this Kroger at around, it's a Thursday, and I went around 2 o'clock, so just a very random time, random day, you know, and I got some pretty decent stuff. There was not a whole ton, but I wasn't expecting there would be a whole ton. I just did my big loop to see if there was any deals, and I got a few, so let's get started. First, I got some Santa Cruz organic raspberry lemonade, which looks delicious. It was reduced to $1.99 instead of $4.79, which is a killer deal. And this actually does not go bad until July of 2025. And this is a shelf stable item. So, I mean, this is awesome. I think a lot of the times people get like a bad rap for buying discount food, and because it's like almost going bad, but like half the time the stuff at Kroger is not even close to date. But you do have to be careful. Today there was some deli meat that was like multiple days old, like past date, and I was like very cautious about that. I'm not gonna buy something that's like 4 days past date already with deli meat. So I was like, ugh. But anyways, so I got 3 of those. I also got a 99-cent bag of tomatoes. These are those on the vine ones. So very excited about this. They had more bags, but a lot of them were already kind of like leaky, and I didn't want to deal with the mess, to be honest. Just being straight with you, I don't want to deal with the mess. I got 2 discount bags of 99-cent apples. One had 4. These are, I think the Fuji's are all in this bag. Let me see. Yeah, these were all Fuji apples, so 99 cents. And some of these have some gouges, some have just a couple little bruises. I mean, I like to cut my apples anyways before I eat them, so just cut out the bad part. I also have some, forget the brand, but it's like a crumble mixture to make like an apple crisp that I got on really, really cheap last year. So I can make those too. And then this bag was Pink Lady apples, which is why there's less of them, because there's also some organic apples in here. So these were cheaper, but my husband's favorite is the Pink Ladies, which is why I picked those up. I also got some ground chicken breast for $2.64. This is normally about $5. And is anybody else noticing how expensive? I mean, chicken prices have not gone back down, I feel like, since like everything with inflation went really high. So I've been avoiding buying raw chicken a lot of the times, because even though it's marked down, it's still so expensive. So I got a lot of discount beef a couple months ago. I have a bunch of frozen fish that I got on sale, so I'm focusing more on those. And I still have some frozen, like that I froze chicken. And anytime that I can get a rotisserie chicken on sale, honestly, for me, most of the time it's cheaper for me to get a rotisserie chicken that's been marked half down to reduce to clear than it is for me to buy a whole bunch of raw chicken, and it's easier. So I've been doing that. I got some organic whole white mushrooms for $1.28. And if you're wondering, like, sometimes I buy organic stuff and sometimes I don't, I always look, is this cheaper than the cheapest thing that they have right then? And this was cheaper than the regular mushrooms, full price. So of course I'm gonna get these, and these are nice and white, not even remotely slimy. Oh, my cat is right here with me. Just investigating the chicken, because raw chicken smells real good. I got some Just Roll pre-rolled dough, flaky and lard free pizza crusts. I got a bunch of these. These were $1.99 each. I don't know what these are normally. These are never on sale at my store. These were in the cold section where like the Pillsbury like biscuits and stuff are. And I'm just gonna freeze all of these. They're semi close to date. They're like 4 days out from the date, so I'm just gonna freeze them. I bought 4, and I'll just pull them out and defrost them when I need to use them, and that'll be great for the upcoming holidays. I also picked up some Chunky Mild guacamole for $2.95, which I normally don't pick this stuff up. So this Kroger that I went to had a lot more like ready-made stuff. When we lived in Virginia Beach and I worked full-time at a hospital, I used to get stuff like this all the time, and I would peel off the labels or I would repackage it into something else, and I would take that for my lunch all the time because I'd be working like 12-hour shifts, and if you work in a hospital 12-hour shifts, you'll know you have to pack like a lot of food to get through that amount of time because you're starving. And yeah, so I used to get this sort of stuff all the time. And while it's not necessarily the cheapest to buy, like ready-made sandwiches marked down or like a ready-made quiche marked down, when you're sometimes working like 3 or 4 12-hour shifts in a row, like you just do not have the time to save the money and make it at home because you're just honestly barely surviving. Like you're just getting up, going to work, coming home to sleep, and then going right back again. So I say that to like not feel bad if you're a young person and you're working like super crazy long shifts, because even saving money on that and not going out to eat with your coworkers is going to save you so much money. They always used to joke about that with me at work, that I never ate out. And the few times that I forgot my lunch, I would have my husband bring me lunch. So like if I forgot my lunch at home, I would be like, well, I'll just have my husband bring me lunch. When he gets off work, he can bring me his. So just saying, don't feel bad if you're like, sometimes when you see saving money stuff and it's like all about baking your own bread and stuff and you're like, I don't feel like I have the time for that. It's better to start small with even just buying the discounted ready-made stuff. And there'll be seasons of your life where you don't need it, and there'll be seasons when there are. I mean, like just having a baby or something and you're like, great, there's a ready-made pizza marked down, I'm gonna get that. Now, granted, I will always pick up a ready-made pizza marked down, but like a ready-made sandwich or something, you know, something that it's just easy, you can throw it in your lunch and you're done. And then last is some butternut squash noodles for $1.84, which I love this because there's nothing I hate more than having to cut open a butternut squash. They're so difficult to cut open. And what I'm going to use this for is there's a chain called Blaze Pizza, which I don't have near me anymore. There's one in Asheville, North Carolina, and maybe Knoxville or something. It's like Subway, sort of, where like you get to pick your own toppings, but it's pizza. Basically, just imagine a Subway, like build your own sub, but it's build your own pizza. And they used to do butternut squash like as a seasonal thing on their pizzas. So before you say that sounds disgusting, it was actually quite good. I'm not here to convince you of it, but that's why I bought this. So that is my haul for this week, and I'll see you next week. Hey y'all, so this is my first full Friday grocery shopping haul for October. So yesterday I went to a different city to go to a doctor's appointment, and I went to that Kroger just to see what was on sale. So I got a few things on sale there, and this was my more full grocery shopping trip today. So I went earlier today at about 12 o'clock, I believe. So I just like to say what days and what times I go, because honestly, I feel like you can just get different things at different times. So let's get started. I'll show you what I got. So first, I got some chicken salad marked down to $2.83 instead of $4.71. And I know you can make chicken salad cheaper at home. My husband hates chicken salad. I'm the only one in this house that's eating chicken salad. So I would prefer to buy it on markdown and then just jazz it up with my other stuff like grapes, and I put slivered almonds in it. But it's not cost effective for me to make a whole bunch of it, and then I just have chicken salad and nothing to do with it. Next, I picked up a loaded baked potato salad for $2.60, and it was originally $4.33, so good price there too. Another thing my husband will not eat is potato salad, so you'll see a lot of the times when I buy like already made food, it's because it's stuff that nobody else is going to eat in here in this house. So I would still like to eat it, but it's cheaper for me to get it this way than for me to get all the ingredients and make it myself. Next, I picked up my favorite salad because I have not had lunch and it is almost 3 o'clock and I am very hungry. So this is a chicken and bacon Cobb salad for $4.47. This is normally, I don't even think it says. It's normally more than this. I don't know how much, but this is like one of my favorite. It's chicken, it's bacon, it's got croutons, it's got blue cheese, an egg, grape tomatoes. It's like my favorite salad, so I'll be eating that shortly. I also got a bunch of deli meat, which I'm going to show you next because my cat is already sniffing it and she will eat through the bag. So first, I got some Swiss marked down to $4.73 instead of $7.89, And I feel like now the regular deli meat is almost as expensive as getting it from the like fresh sliced section, because it's just too expensive in general. And this week I had an extra coupon that was like one of those just for you coupons based on what you buy a lot, and it was save an extra $3.50 on deli meat and cheese if you spend a certain amount of money. And I did spend that a certain amount of money, so I got an extra $3.50 off there. So I got that, which I'm just going to be putting these into my sink so she doesn't eat them. I got some provolone cheese, normally $8.39 for $5.03. Also very good. Some mesquite smoked turkey for $6.12 instead of $9.89, which I know not all of this is half off, but I love to save anything on deli meat, honestly. And because I had the extra coupon, that was even better. And then this is pepperoni, which was originally $8.08, marked down to $5.09. So all very good deals here. And made the cat skitter. All very good deals. Very thrilled about that. I also picked up the best orange juice, Natalie's orange juice, for $2.07. This is some good orange juice, y'all, and it's expensive, and there's a reason it's expensive. It's because it's delicious. I also got 4 packages of this organic somen wheat noodle from, this is like in the Asian section. So sometimes when you go to the store, they'll have a little white tag on the shelf saying that item's like 40% off, 30, 50, different ones. So this one was 40% off. I don't know the original price, but it was marked down to $1.79 a pack, which was 40% off of the original price. So I thought that was plenty good to me, so I got 4 packages of those. I also got 2 busted up packages of angel hair, and these were both 68 cents instead of $1.25, which of course the pasta in here is perfectly good, but both of them were just busted. So this week's carts were mostly, I call it weird drinks, was this week. Weird drinks and a lot of busted items. So one cart was mostly busted up items, and the other cart was weird drinks and Kroger brand sauces, which you'll see. There was also buffalo sauce, but I didn't pick that up, but I did get some Kroger brand sauce with 2 steak sauces, which I'm assuming are meant to be like A1. These were $1.75 instead of $3.49. So figured we'd try them out. I'm sure they're fine. This was a really good deal. I'm very excited about this. Some ketchup. Some ketchup for 87 cents instead of $1.25. Got 2 of these. And these don't go bad until July of 2024, which we'll eat it by then. It'll be fine. I also got 1 can of Lucky's pinto beans for 71 cents. I also got these because they're close to date, but it's just a best if used by, so you can kind of ignore that. Of some Jiffy all-purpose baking mix. This was $1.87 a box instead of $4.79. So that's a big savings, big savings. I also got a Simply Truth chicken noodle soup organic for $2.72. I like to just have this extra in the freezer for when, you just need a little something. I also got some Cliff Thins. My husband loves the chocolate chip Cliff Bars, and if you know Cliff Bars, they're so expensive, so he only gets them marked down. These were $3.79 instead of $7.49. Now, just take a moment. $7.49, that is such a ripoff. This box is so small. How many are in here? 14 little bars. That's crazy. If you're like needing to cut your grocery budget, if you're buying Cliff Bars, I'd stop. I also got some Club snack crackers, family size, for $3.83 instead of $6.49. Another kind of expensive thing. I also got this whole bag, which is very exciting to me, of half off. They're called baguette thins, I believe. Yeah, they're not thins. Sliced artisan baguette for 50% off of $1.99, so 99 cents basically. And I got 4 of these. They're so good. I make them with soup or with, I say make them. That's because with soup or pasta, I spread a little bit of butter on it. I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of Italian herbs, and I toast it in the toaster oven, and they're really good. So that's what I use it for. If you've ever seen these at Kroger and been like, what the heck does anybody use this for? That's what I like it for. This would be great if you're having a party too and doing some charcuterie. It freezes really well and it comes back to shape super well. And then last but certainly not least, if you saw last month's video, you'll see I got more Epsom salts. I have some last month and then this month. So this was $3.84 instead of $6.99. So I will just have Epsom salts for the next year or more. So, but still exciting. I mean, who doesn't love that? And that is my little haul of clearance deals this week. It was a pretty good week. There was hardly anything marked down in produce, so that was kind of odd. There was nothing in freezer, but the freezer section was really empty. So they were really trying to work hard to just get it restocked, because if somebody's section isn't stocked, they're not going to mark stuff down. It's just not their usual, which is fine. My freezer's very full. My husband's going to be very happy that we're not overflowing the freezer. So that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week. Hey y'all, I've got another Friday Kroger grocery clearance haul, and it was a pretty good one today. It was a cheaper grocery clearance haul because it was a lot of canned goods. So we went first thing in the morning. My mom got to come with me this week, so yay, that was much more fun. And she was the first one up on a cart full of canned goods. So you'll see all my canned goods, basically double that, because she got a ton more too. And a lot of just super awesome. It was a damage cart. So as I've said in previous videos, sometimes we have more damaged carts, which are just carts full of, like I said, damaged, dented, crunched up boxes or cans. And then sometimes it's carts of almost the entire same product or product type, like hair care products or deodorants or toothpastes. I've got a ton of toothpaste like back in late winter, early spring, I believe. So love a dented cart, because then you have no idea what you're gonna get. So let's get started. First, I got some Morton Himalayan pink salt with like a grinder top, and this was $3.83 instead of $6.49. I don't normally have Himalayan pink salt, but I thought I would try it, and it's probably gonna be very tasty. Also got some garlic salt with parsley. This was $1.65 instead of $2.79, and you can see there where the damage is just on the lid, so I'm not concerned about that. I also got a taped up bag of flour for $2.79 instead of $4.99. This is bread flour from Pillsbury, which I usually don't bother buying name brand flour, so that's the first time I've ever had Pillsbury flour. And now for some good canned goods, I got some Lucky's, or Lux, not Lucky's, Lux. Why am I calling it Lucky's? I thought that's what the name of it was. Mixed beans, pinto and Great Northern for 67 cents instead of $1.19. So that was a good savings. A can of pinto beans for 71 cents instead of $1.19. So pumped about that. And some of these, yeah, seasoned with pork. And I got some Del Monte fresh cut green beans for 89 cents instead of $1.50. It's a very good price there. Sometimes you have to be careful. When I stuttered on this one, sometimes I've had them put the wrong label on here, and then the item's higher or lower, depends on what it is, than it's supposed to be. So you have to be careful of that. Like sometimes like a can of artichokes is a lot more expensive than most other canned stuff usually. So I've had that happen before. So be very careful to make sure the bottom says the right kind of item. So these are some Kroger dark red kidney beans for 44 cents instead of 79 cents. Perfect for the upcoming autumnal chili and winter chili making time. Got a Simply Truth organic cream of chicken condensed soup for 99 cents instead of $1.99. So half off there too. Most everything is half off. I also picked up for 86 cents instead of $1.49 some contadina Roma tomato sauce. Probably butchering that pretty badly. I also got some Pam Grilling High Heat Formula cooking spray. I've never used this before, but it's $2.16 instead of $4.69. I've never used it before because we just got a grill last month. So we're waiting for our charcoal to come in the mail. So that's very exciting. Got a tiny can of tomato sauce from Hunt's, and this was 48 cents instead of 79 cents. A larger can of Kroger brand tomato sauce for 52 cents instead of 89 cents. A contadina Roma tomato paste for 75 cents instead of $1.29. Oh, now you're gonna be like, Annalise, I wonder if the can's ending. I've only got 3 more. some cannellini beans from Kroger for 44 cents instead of 79 cents. Some Hunt's diced tomatoes for 73 cents instead of $1.25. So that's good, and 2 of those. So that's all the canned goods. And now for some of the other fun things I got in there was a family size 20 stand-in stuff hard taco shells from Old El Paso. These were $2.94 instead of $4.99. Grab this. I got some, which this is super random to have this on sale because we're in the middle of fall, but you know, who knows. Yeah, I don't know why this was on sale. Some Pillsbury Perfectly Pumpkin Cookie Mix, and it doesn't go bad until 2024, so I'm not really sure why that's on sale, but it was $1.11 instead of $2.09. So fun there. Can't wait to try that. I've never had a pumpkin cookie, so we'll see how I like it. I also got some angel hair pasta, which the box is really busted up, so be careful, for 73 cents instead of $1.25. Got 2 boxes of those, but I won't hold the other one up because they are kind of shedding little bits of pasta everywhere. Got a really dented up family size box of Cheez-Its, as you can see from the back there, for $3.53 instead of $5.99. And a smaller box of Cheez-Its in the Cheddar Jack flavor for $2.35 instead of $3.99. So lots of good savings there. I did get, finally, after so long, a whole roasted chicken. My cat has already been licking the container because she can smell her favorite foods on the floor. Our lunch meat, whole rotisserie chickens, and fresh bread. So it's $4.90 instead of $9.99. I also picked up 2 Panera Bread creamy tomato soups. They are normally, I don't know, I think they're normally $8, $6, something like that, but it was $2.59, $6 or $8. Not entirely sure. And I did get a riced cauliflower bag for $1.80. And then my 99-cent bag produces are as follows: a bag of 5 cucumbers for 99 cents, bag of apples for the same price. I love the small apples because then sometimes I feel like a whole apple, I just don't want a whole apple. I want like a small apple. These are, what kind of apples are these? I don't know if it says. Washington? Fuji. It says Fuji, really small. I also got a very nice looking bag of lemons and limes. Look at these babies. And then a 99-cent bag of pomegranates for last. So that is my haul for this week. It was pretty good. I'm very thankful my mom got to Kroger before me and she could get all these cans. Her cart was like full when I got in because there was all these canned foods. She got dog food even too. So very exciting, but I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey y'all, so you'll have to mind I'm very messy and disheveled looking because it has been pouring the rain today, but we have another, honestly one of the best Kroger discount hauls I've had in a long time, and it's kind of complicated to explain, so I'm going to start with all of the easy things that I picked up, and then we're going to end with the harder stuff. So let's get started. First, we went twice today. We went first thing in the morning and then later, so we got a few little things first thing in the morning. We got 2 things of Mentos sugar-free gum. It is normally $1.75 and we got it for, no, reverse that. It's normally $4.99 and we got it for $1.75, which was awesome. Super great deal. So 2 of those. I also got 2 bags for $2.20 each instead of $5.49. Great deal on these Sweet Tarts Mini Chews mixed fruit. I've not ever tried these. And then 1 little box of Sweet Tarts Mini Chewy Mixed Fruit. These were 44 cents instead of $1.25. So it's been a lot of candy recently, it seems like. I also picked up, you know, not to be weird, just a box of pads. These are normally $11.49. They were $5.75. I had an extra $1 off coupon, and there was a few coupons floating around recently where if you bought a specific brand like these, you would get a free item. So I got a free thing of bread, which also was discounted anyways to 90 cents, but I picked up 2 loaves of these, so 1 free and 1 for 90 cents. I also got for free 1 box of angel hair pasta. This month on the digital deal coupons, if you spent over $25, you could get a free box of pasta. So I got that, very exciting. Next, I got the Simple Truth Organic raspberry drink. So this one I also had an extra coupon for, which let me go grab my receipt so I can make sure I'm telling you how much the deal was. So for that juice drink, there was 2, which I gave one to my mom and I kept one. But I ended up paying for both of ours because if I bought 2, I would save $1.25 with an e-coupon. So one of these was $1.83, and then I paid 58 cents for the other one. So pretty killer deal there. And then yes, the free bread, and I had, yes, $1 off the Always pads. So always great when you're shopping to scan items to see if there's going to be a deal. Like for these, because I would never buy these unless they're on sale. But that ended up being a killer deal because I got an extra $1.25 off too. Okay, so next I got some crab cakes for $3.59. I am not sure what the original price of these is, but I do like those a lot. I also got some tilapia for $3.41 instead of $5.31, which isn't like a huge discount, but my meat department doesn't generally discount things super low, so I take what I can get. I also got 2 boxes of mini croissants, which these are kind of haphazardly in here. They are normally $4, so $2.11. Very good. I love their croissants. They're delicious. Also got a little box of baby spinach for $1.78. Does not have the original price on there either. I got 3 total things of grapes. There was only one of the green grapes that I picked up for $2.35 in the container, which, as you all know, I love to freeze those if you've watched my other videos. And I also picked up 2 boxes of the holiday grapes that are like red grapes for $2.35 as well. So that's all my straightforward discounts. So I don't know if you all are aware, depends on what level of Kroger clearance shopper you are, but there's things like these that have the markdown sticker on them that say reduced. Oftentimes it'll say the original price. Sometimes it doesn't, just depends. And then there's also in stores a white tag in the regular aisles that will tell you a discounted price. So you know how there's underneath, like say a box of spaghetti, that'll have the price of the spaghetti originally, and then sometimes it'll have a sale, or if there's not a sale, then it just says the original price. So sometimes instead of doing like the regular, like it's part of the mega event savings or it's an e-coupon, it'll just have that it's, you know, it's getting clearanced out and it'll have a white tag. It'll say the percentage off. Sometimes it's as low as 20% up to about 51 is the highest I've seen. Personally, I don't think I've seen anything higher than that at my stores, but your mileage may vary. So we had in all of the shelf stable type cleaning and household products, a ton of markdowns. I wish you could see what my mom got, because she got even more, because she got my dad a ton of auto care stuff, but I got an incredible amount of stuff, but none of this has stickers. What I do to make sure that it's going to ring up is I scan the barcode with my phone, and then it'll bring up what the item would cost, and then what it's going to scan for me at the register. It says like originally $8.99 and now it's $4.50 or whatever the markdown price is. So I will insert below in my editing what the original price was, and then I'll tell you right now what I paid for it just based on my receipt, because otherwise I don't know. So we're gonna go through my receipt and I'll tell you. But each of these items I can tell you was 51% off. So, which is just as good as the markdown price and sometimes even better. That's what I generally look for when it's a white tag item. I'll do less of a percentage off if it's an item that we, like I'll do 40% or maybe even 30 sometimes if it's something that we use all the time, you know, like a ketchup or something like that, you know what I mean? Just things that are constantly being used, but most of the time I wait to half off. But for starters, I got some Tom's deodorant, rose and vanilla, and this was $3.43 and it was 51% off of the original price. I got 3 of them. There weren't many of these. Usually when you'll go, sometimes the shelf will have nothing on it and sometimes there'll be tons. There was also medicine on sale like this. Deodorant, shave cream, children's bath items, a few things in hair care, not much, a ton of cleaning supplies, and a ton of Ziploc bags. So next is Head & Shoulders shampoo. Some of it was on sale, not much, but it was marked down to $3.43 from, you know, its original price, 51% off. And I also had an e-coupon that if you bought 2, you saved $3. So one of these was $3.43 and one of these was 43 cents. Killer deal. it's not the traditional, a lot of the times these won't be like the traditional items that you might buy. Like these are kind of like weird scents of Head and Shoulders, but my husband doesn't really care about those. So just to give you a warning, sometimes it can be kind of the weirder things. Next is some Bic Soleil razors, which I picked up for $2.94 for this pack of 4. Yes, 4 razors. And then the next set was 8 razors, which I picked up for $5.88. Some Venus Gillette, so good deal there. Both of these, once again, were 51% off of the original price. I picked up some hefty storage gallon bags, which are these. I picked up 2 boxes of these, and each box was $2.45, which was 51% off of the original price. Great deal. All of these things, like I've said before, if you're somebody who's more nervous about buying fish close to date, you can always buy stuff like cleaning supplies, Head and Shoulders, deodorant, those sort of things. I also got some wet jet solution, which I don't use a wet jet all the time, but I do like to have it in case of emergencies. So this one, that was the Gain scent right here, was $3.92, and that was 51% off of the original price as well. I also got some O-Cedar Playtex gloves. These were 51% off and were $1.96. They also had the Kroger brand cheaper gloves, but I wanted to try these that have like the lining, so I just thought I would try that instead. Then, let's see. Oh, the Scotch Scrubbers. These are my husband's favorite sponges. If they had had more than just one, I would have bought more, but these were on sale for $2.69, which was a great, great deal. Oh, this actually had a markdown price, and I forgot to mention it. These are some take-alongs from Rubbermaid, and they were marked down to $3.97 instead of $7.49. So, a good deal there. Then, I forget how much these other containers were, and I don't know why I cannot find them on my receipt. It's so hard. Sometimes it's hard to remember where everything is. I think this also might have been $2.45 and 51% off, but don't quote me on it. I'll have to put it here if it was something else. But I got 2 of these as well in the quart size storage slider bags. And then the most savings and also most expensive item, this was 51% off of the original price. And I love these containers. These are my favorite Rubbermaid containers. They're also the most expensive. So just fair warning. I've had these before. My husband had these in a smaller pack since before we were married, and they are still my favorite containers, and we've been married 5 years, so they've been around for even longer than that. So these were reduced to $19.60, which, these would be such a great housewarming gift or like wedding present if you knew that somebody needed these. These are the Rubbermaid Brilliance line. So it comes with 3 containers in here, which is a 1.8 liter, a 2.8 liter, and a 3.7 liter container. So I don't know if they're getting rid of these or what, but I bought 2 packs of these. My mom bought 1 pack, and that was my, for sure, largest purchase in a while, probably of the month, honestly. But I love these. I never hardly see them on sale. They're very expensive for this. And then they had these containers and a few other styles also on the shelf, and they were more expensive. If I'd tried to buy these other 3 containers just on the shelf, they would have been more expensive than if I had bought them boxed up in this set. So that is all for this week. I can tell I've been talking for a long time because this is a lot. This is a lot of really good stuff. And it shows that, honestly, I feel like shopping at Kroger for discounts is almost like a sport. I had the jankiest cart that I could hardly push today, and I was really huffing it, and I thought, oh my gosh, like I'm like, and I thought, well, I'm really working for these deals today. So that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week. Hey y'all, it's the last haul for the month of October, and I found some pretty good stuff today. A lot of shelf stable items, which are really great, you know, just to stock up on and have in the pantry, and some surprising deals. I missed out on a lot of really good produce in the 99-cent bagged section. As soon as I walked in, I saw a bunch of other people had gotten a ton of stuff, but I still got a few things. But one of those, I mean, I have those moments too where you're, you know, that little green with envy is coming out and you're like, oh, I wish I could have gotten that. But you know, there's enough for everybody. And we got some really good stuff first thing in the morning when they pulled a whole bunch of things to put on sale, which is how I got all this shelf-stable stuff. So first, I got a bag of sun-dried tomatoes. These were $1.37 instead of $2.79. So these will be really good for pizza. I also, starting all of the canned goods that I got in the morning, got some garbanzo beans for 38 cents instead of 79 cents, just because it's a little dented right here, not very much. So the date on this is still good till, 2025, which is a long ways off. This is also a great way to, like you'll see a lot on YouTube of people talking about their prepper pantry, or like, I think that's the main word I have to use to describe it, like having things put back. This is a great way to do it, is to get these kind of canned goods when they're dented and on sale. So I also got some great northern beans for 42 cents instead of 79 cents. We also have like canned fruit and a lot of other things like that. There was a lot of products that I don't eat that were on sale too. Some petite diced tomatoes from Kroger for 54 cents instead of $1. I also got a teeny tiny tomato paste because, you can see the can, a bunch of the label ripped off, for 53 cents instead of 99 cents. A can of Bush's Best black beans for 80 cents instead of $1.50. A can of Kroger brand black beans for 45 cents instead of 79 cents. And I got, where's the second one? Yep, here they are. 2 cans of mixed vegetables. Both of these were 54 cents instead of being 99 cents. And then I also got 2 additional cans of garbanzo beans or chickpeas, whatever the phrase you want to call them, for 38 cents a can. So killer savings on these to stock up for, future times. And my store has been having a harder time, I think, marking stuff down. It looks like they're about to do a major store reset and like move a whole bunch of stuff around into new locations. So it's a little chaotic. Also, they're getting ready to do, I think a bunch of Krogers around the nation are doing like a Halloween thing this Saturday, which it'll be past this when that happens. So it seemed like they were trying to get set up for that. I also got even more, which this box is open because I opened it, of these hefty storage bags. And I picked up, oh, here's one more. I got 2 more of the quart storage slider, which each of these boxes I believe were the same price, and they were, of course now I don't see it, $2.45 a box, which is half off, 51% off of its original price, labeled with the white tag. So 2 boxes of these and 3 boxes of the freezer gallon size, also for the same price. So very excited about that. We got some last week and I thought that they would be all gone by this week, but they weren't, which I'm kind of surprised. I think a lot of people look for the stickers and they don't look for the white tags on the shelf where it's talking about that item being marked like reduced to clear. And I mean, Ziploc bags are not going to go bad, and if you have the storage in your home and you use them, you might as well. So this morning I also got this, which my store donates the vast majority of its bread, like a large amount. So where I lived before this, there used to be bread clearanced out like constantly and tons of it, whereas I don't get that as much now. So I was very excited to get some Stonefire Naan for $4.71. This is the family size 6-pack, and I like using these for personal pizzas, so I'm thrilled about that. Thrilled. I also got just hummus original. I have never tried this, but it was $2.07. Normally it's $4 something, so I thought I'll give it a try. I'm pretty picky about hummus, so we'll see. I also got some more angel hair pasta for 74 cents, which sometimes they'll reduce these to 99 cents anyways, like as part of Kroger sale circulars. So you can see that even you can get it even cheaper when it's dented and messed up. I also got my favorite craving, the chicken and bacon Cobb salad for $4.19, and I love the salad. I know it's not the most frugal, cheap thing ever, not like compared to the canned goods or something, but I love these, and I think I want to show that there's different like levels to frugality. I think sometimes you'll watch some people on YouTube and you're like, wow, that is like at a level that I'm not even there yet. So if you're a young working professional, this is even cheaper than if you're like, it's like a level down. Like if you were somebody who was doing DoorDash like every night or multiple nights a week, why don't you go and see if there's any reduced salads or reduced sandwiches, such as this chicken salad on a croissant for $3.77. That's a great deal also. And if you want to add more stuff to it, which is what I usually do, I usually add some grapes and some nuts and things. And the reason this is a good deal for me is because my husband hates chicken salad, hates it, will not eat it. And for me to make a whole bunch of chicken salad is not cost effective for me because, well, then if I'm the only one who's going to eat it, it's all going to go to waste. So excellent on that. Some of the bagged produce is 3 peppers, 2 green, 1 red, for 99 cents. 1 bag of little undersized yellow squashes for 99 cents. 1 bag of 99-cent cabbage, which may turn into sauerkraut because I took a class and I now know how to make sauerkraut and have successfully done so. 99-cent bag of lots of little limes. And not in this section. So this was just with the regular potatoes, and I'm just saying, like, I say this to say, you've got to keep your eyes open. I spotted this tag just laying out there. These are normally $5 something, and this was $2.54 for this bag of red potatoes. Killer deal. I mean, there's only one that looks kind of funky in here. The rest of them look totally fine to me. So there's one that I think is like needing to be thrown out. So, I mean, throw out 1 potato to get the whole bag half off. Perfectly fine. I did get 1 thing of ground beef, Angus beef, ground chuck, 80% lean, 20% fat. And that was a good price compared to the normal, which I'm not sure how much it is full price. But the last thing are some, oh, this is not the last thing. I still have 2 other things. Who am I saying? It's not the last thing. Some Nasawai organic tofu vegetable dumplings. I love little dumplings. That's what they look like in there. Was $6 and they look delicious. I mean, I like the frozen dumplings a lot of the times, and of course I like them fresh at a restaurant, but you know, that's a lot more money. So it's best by November 5th. Trust me, we'll use this. All you have to do is like make some noodles. You can use spaghetti noodles, or you can have like Asian style noodles if you have those, and make a nice sauce. There's plenty of recipes on Pinterest for sauces, and toss these in with it, and wha-bam, you've got a dinner. Next, my cat's favorite portion of this haul, the Fancy Feast seafood. Now, my cat is very picky about dry food, and she is not picky about wet food. So this was $12.03. I think it's normally $24 something. So good deal here. And I'm always happy to save on wet food. I don't think I've paid full price for wet food since we got her. Like the very first few days that we had her, I bought wet food full price, but now I get it all the time, and I don't really know why it gets marked down all the time. This one I can tell because it got busted up and they had to retape it, so I don't know, maybe those boxes are just flimsy. And then last but not least is my all-time favorite orange juice, Natalie's orange juice, marked down to $2.29, which you can't really see. It's kind of up there in the corner. There you go. And this is the best orange juice. I got 2, and my mom got 2 because it's so good, and it's only on sale every once in a blue moon. It's not like a consistently, like not like a canned good. You find canned goods relatively often. So that is it for my haul this month. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would love to hear in a comment down below, did you guys find any super good deals? Because I found some pretty good deals this month. I mean, you never know what Kroger deals are going to bring. There has not been a lot of freezer stuff. They've been doing some stuff. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm just thrilled for the exciting products that I've gotten. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I do these hauls every month, and you'll never know what you're gonna find in them. So until next time, bye.